Everyone's talking about America's crime surge in 2025. The news says the streets are more dangerous than ever. But what if I told you the truth is hiding in plain sight? And there's one secret at the end of this video that will change the way you look at safety forever. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will make you question everything you thought you knew about America's crime wave. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to show you facts. I've spent weeks going through the latest FBI crime data, national victim surveys, and 2025 reports from major U.S. cities. And what I found will shock you, because the real story isn't what's being shouted on TV or social media. So before you believe the headlines, let's look at what's really happening in America right now. The national picture. Here's the first surprise. According to the FBI's official data for 2024 and early 2025, violent crime in the United States actually declined compared to the year before. Yes, down, not up. The same trend shows up in property crimes and even homicides in many areas. The Bureau of Justice Statistics, which surveys real people about crimes that police might not even know about, found similar results. Violent victimization stayed roughly the same from 2023 to 2024. That means the massive crime surge everyone's talking about? Nationally, it doesn't exist. At least, not in the way the headlines make it sound. Why it feels worse. So if the data says crime is down or stable, why does it feel like America's falling apart? Because our perception of safety isn't shaped by statistics, it's shaped by what we see and hear every day. Mass shootings, viral videos, and terrifying headlines dominate our feeds. Each incident gets replayed again and again until it feels like it's happening everywhere, all the time. Meanwhile, some neighborhoods really are seeing spikes, and those stories get amplified nationally. Add political speeches, fear-based coverage, and endless social media outrage, and suddenly the whole country feels unsafe, even if most places aren't. That's how fear spreads faster than facts. The city-level truth. When you zoom in, the picture gets more complicated. A 2025 mid-year analysis by the Council on Criminal Justice looked at 42 major American cities. The result? Violent crime and homicide were lower in most cities compared to last year and far below the pandemic peak. But some areas, like parts of New York, Chicago, and Oakland, did report localized increases. So yes, there are hotspots where crime has risen sharply, but nationally, those hotspots are the exception, not the rule. This is why headlines can technically be true while still misleading you. What causes real local surges? When a city or neighborhood does see a spike, it's rarely random. It's usually driven by a few key factors. First, gun violence. Shootings cluster around illegal markets and personal disputes. Second, police staffing shortages. Many departments are still struggling with retirements and recruitment gaps after 2020. Third, economic pressure. Inflation, housing instability, and youth unemployment all increase local crime risk. These issues don't move in perfect sync nationwide. They hit certain communities harder than others. So when you hear crime is up, what that usually means is crime is up somewhere. Local example. Take Queens, New York. Local reports in 2025 showed that murders rose sharply in a few precincts, even while the rest of the city stayed mostly stable or safer. It's a perfect snapshot of how the national story gets distorted. Local problems become national panic. A spike in one corner of one city becomes the headline that defines the entire country. That's how an illusion of danger takes hold. What you can do. Here's the truth. Your real level of safety depends on where you live, not what you hear. Instead of trusting headlines, check your local police department's monthly reports. Look at your city's open data dashboard. Talk to neighbors, not just social media. And remember, the loudest story isn't always the most accurate one. Because while America's crime rate may not be exploding, Fear definitely is. What actually works? When cities have reduced crime for real, it's never by accident. It's through community engagement, focused policing in small hotspots, investment in youth programs, and rebuilding trust between officers and residents. Quick crackdowns might lower numbers temporarily, but real safety comes from consistency, not panic. Data shows this pattern again and again. When communities stay connected, crime drops. When fear divides people, it rises. So here's the secret I promised at the start. The crime surge isn't a lie, but it's also not the full truth. The illusion comes from mixing small local spikes with a national fear machine that profits from panic. America isn't collapsing, but some neighborhoods are still fighting hard battles every day. Safety in 2025 isn't an illusion, it's a mirror. It reflects where you live, who you trust, and what you choose to believe. If you want me to break down the real data from your city in the next episode, drop your city name in the comments below. And if you found this eye-opening, hit like, share this video, and subscribe, because the truth deserves to be louder than fear.